Did you know that an athlete subjected to extreme physical strain and an elderly person share something fundamental? The health of their colon, as they suffer from the same vulnerabilities. But why does this happen, and how does it affect the body's natural cycles of anabolism and catabolism? It turns out that the function of the colon is more important than you might think. Physical stress has a similar effect on this organ as aging does, and therefore on your body as well. This would reinforce the idea that poor eating habits, alcohol consumption, and stress, for example, can speed up aging, while the opposite can prolong your youth. Today I'll tell you what you can do to strengthen your gut health and how allies like specific probiotics, used strategically, can help you counteract some of the factors that promote accelerated aging and instead help you maintain a youthful body throughout your life. The colon, or large intestine, is not just the final stretch of our digestive system. It is a genuine control center for health, whose main functions include absorbing water and electrolytes, helping to maintain fluid balance. It ferments fiber and other compounds we haven't digested, producing key metabolites for our body. It protects us against infections, as it houses millions of beneficial bacteria that make up our gut microbiota. It plays a role in the immune system, even affecting your mood and energy levels. A healthy colon means better digestion, stronger defenses, and greater vitality. Full stop. As I mentioned at the beginning, both high-performance athletes and older people put their bodies to the test. The former, due to constant physical demands. The latter, because of the passage of time and loss of function. The curious thing is that both share similar vulnerabilities: oxidative stress and increased inflammation, loss of bacterial diversity in the gut, greater intestinal permeability, which makes infections and digestive problems more likely. Being overweight, illness, stress, and a poor diet all make these effects worse. But how can you tell if your colon is weakened? You need to look out for these symptoms: heavy digestion, bloating or gas, persistent fatigue and low mood, low defenses or frequent infections, changes in bowel habits, whether constipation or diarrhea. But here is one of the keys to your colon's health: probiotics, prebiotics, and symbiotics. What exactly are they, and what are they for? Well, probiotics are live microorganisms, mainly bacteria, which are taken through supplements or fermented foods. When they reach the intestine alive, they help balance your microbiota and boost the production of beneficial metabolites. For their part, prebiotics are fibers or plant compounds that are not digested, but which feed the good bacteria in your gut flora, helping them to grow and become more active. Finally, symbiotics combine probiotics and prebiotics, maximizing the benefit by including both the microorganisms and their preferred food. Each one plays an essential role, and using them correctly can make all the difference to your gut health. And the thing is, not all probiotics are the same. Scientific studies have been identifying that different strains provide specific effects depending on the population. For athletes, for example, Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG and Bifidobacterium lactis help to reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and shorten recovery time. In older adults, Bifidobacterium longum and Lactobacillus plantarum can help maintain digestive function and strengthen the immune system. In women going through menopause, strains such as Lactobacillus reuteri and Lactobacillus gasseri help to modulate inflammation, improve vaginal health, and support metabolism. In situations where someone is recovering after a course of antibiotics, strains such as Saccharomyces boulardii and Lactobacillus casei help to restore the damaged microbiota and prevent secondary infections. So before choosing your probiotics, make sure they contain the strains that match your body's specific needs at that time. A question we often ask ourselves is whether we should take probiotics all year round. And probably the most accurate answer is that their use should be cyclical. Although it depends on your specific case, taking them for periods of 1 to 3 months and then taking a break allows your microbiota to adapt and prevents it from becoming dependent on external supplements. This would be the preventative way to use them, forcing your microbiota to manage on its own during the breaks. Another option is to choose cycles during times of greater stress, seasonal changes, or after taking antibiotics, but always aiming to maintain a diet rich in prebiotics and fermented foods. This way, you encourage the diversity and resilience of your good bacteria. On the other hand, there are what are known as functional foods, which, beyond providing nutrition, offer extra benefits by boosting the action of your gut bacteria. In the case of the colon, certain foods stand out for helping to produce healthy metabolites, such as urolithin A, which we've already mentioned and which comes from the fermentation of polyphenols found in berries and nuts. This aids cellular regeneration and promotes healthy aging. Short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate, are produced by fermenting fibers from legumes, oats, and vegetables, and are key to protecting the intestinal mucosa and reducing inflammation. Phenols, indoles, and lignans found in seeds, broccoli, cabbages, and some whole grains contribute to metabolic health and act as antioxidants. Finally, some suggestions to improve your gut health include increasing your fiber intake by prioritizing fruits, vegetables, legumes, and some whole grains. Of course, start gradually if you're not used to it. Include fermented foods such as natural yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or miso, which help maintain bacterial diversity. Avoid excessive processed foods and sugars, as they promote inflammation and imbalance in the microbiota. I know I go on about this a bit, but make sure you drink enough water. This helps with bowel movements, toxin elimination, and the fermentation of fiber. Doing moderate, regular exercise supports bowel mobility and reduces stress. Start today with these small changes. Choose functional foods and, above all, listen to your body. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when we have new content for you. See you soon.